all you can see. The determination as well to try and help the team get the results, and also show the coach as well that he is ready to actually make that position his own. And yet again, Pele as well in that midfield, very brave as well with those touches. And I think they sense in them that if they continue this way, they can actually pull one back to change just the tempo of the game, and it's also to put more pressure on Orlando Pirates.
Orlando's caution. Relebohile looks to be the man for the set pieces. Curl this in with the right foot. Saleng does enjoy his game. You can see a man always with a smile on his face. Relebohile starting his career at Highlands Park in 2018. No, Dlamini's in there, skipper Manganyi's in there, and Motebang Sera, and then Pele, who with his physical presence is not really a threat, one would think. Low across the ground though. Half-hearted claims from Royal AM, I should say. Now Poto, oh, that was close. Now he's in a bit of trouble, does well. And all those players going forward this time got themselves in a bit of trouble. The crowd are encouraging the chase there. And Pirates have got it now, finally. After all that hard work from Saleng, he looks exhausted. Couple of sprints, he's having a bit of a break here. There it falls for him perfectly without having to do anything. Free kick will go the way of the visiting side. Manganyi brought down.
Yeah, it was a foul. You can see that the ball actually gets away from Monare there, having to make sure that they don't, he avoids that counter attack, at least force a foul there.
Look at the way he's breathing, and Poto, is he taking a bit of a break here after all of that chasing? And Saleng as well. And Orlandoo being called over to for a chat with the coach, but Bandile Shandu is standing by to come on, and Makaula as well. I presume Shandu might go for Monyane on the right-hand side, in fact, confirmation of that. And then Makaula, who sits so well, of course, and was skipper of Amazulu. He is in for Munare, who I don't think knows that he's about to go off, because he's busy having a discussion here with Lepasa about what they're going to do in the next 30 minutes. Shandu to come on. And now Munare sees the board and realizes that his race is run. So the two men battling for the right back position. Shandu, of course, was excellent in the season when they got to the final of the African Confederation Cup, and then lost his place almost immediately to Monyane when the new coach arrived. He gets a chance on the right-hand side. And this is like for like in the engine room. One piston for the other.
Yep. And I guess also, if you look at the two players, Shandu and Monyane, I think the biggest difference that they have between the two players is Shandu is capable of scoring goals when he's inside the box, and I think there's one thing that about Munyane's game that also needs to improve, but nonetheless he gets into those right areas at the right time, bring on those crosses as well, help the team going forward.
Mayela on the bench, he's the man in the hoodie, skipper last season, of course, and you also saw Richard Ofori, who's now fully fit again after his injury woes in the last campaign. It cost him a chance to go to the World Cup with Ghana. Cost Orlando Pirates a fair amount of money too, because you get big appearance fee from FIFA if you have one of your players at the World Cup. There was no PSL club with a representative. In Russia in 2018, Chippa United had Daniel Akpe there and got themselves a nice little payout from FIFA. And that's money for the clubs, not for the player. For the fact that they lose out. Yep, it goes to the clubs. Players, you've got too much money, you players, anyway. Take on. Here's Mpoto. Now, I presume the theory is the players get paid anyway by their associations, and they get some sort of daily allowance at the World Cup. I don't think it's a lot of money. And then the clubs get a share of a big pot these days that they split amongst, depending on how many days they were there and how many games they played. I think Barcelona and Man City made the most money from this World Cup in Qatar because they had so many players there. Throw in. Marco doing the business here on the left-hand side. This is the left back against Stellenbosch over the head of Maktupu. That was a great chance for a second for Royal AM. Well, you've got to give it to them. They're still banging away.
They still feel like they do have a chance, actually, because I don't think Orlando Pirates are in control as they were in the first half. And also with the substitutes as well, you can see it suggests that it is a defensive substitution with Monara coming out, Makaula coming in, hopefully maybe to try and control the tempo in that midfield and be able to defend with the ball.
Glondlo to Saleng. Looking here for Masanganye. They'll be looking for Lepasa, but that's cut out by Manganye. Finds Mochaila, and Tele just bangs it forward in hope more than anything else. Now Maktupu telling his teammates, let's push up together a little bit. Tikazi looks a little tired. Straight through here for Saleng. It might fall for him nicely as well. Bangs away, and that's off target. And Lepasa is still looking for the pass from one of his teammates to help him to get a hat-trick.
Yeah, but again, you can't falter Saleng here. The ball bounces very well, nicely. But I also think that deflection as well helped there. Important not to be able to make a save.
Chance in here, Mpoto. Well, he's conceded 3 goals, but I'll tell you what, he's had a good game, the big man.
That goes down very well to cut those crosses, the dangerous crosses, puts his body on the line.
Well, the last Pirates man to score a hat-trick was just last season. Saleng got 3 against Swallows, which was his former club. Before that, Gabadinho Mahango, when he was here 2019-2020 season against Polokwane City. Tendai Ndoro, you might remember that, against Golden Arrows. In from Saleng, looking for Lepasa. Inviting little ball. Sure you were around in I think you might have gone already, 2013-14. Lennox Bakela scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, I was gone then. I'm sure Lepasa is itching for that hat-trick, yeah. Especially knowing that he was on loan merely because of goal-scoring issues. Now he's back in his second game into the season, scored 2. You want to build that confidence, because as a striker, that's what you need. As much as you can, whenever you get an opportunity to score goals, you get to score goals, because you all know in the second round of the season, goals do dry up.
National coach is back from holidays in Belgium. His trusty sidekick, Midnight Express, there on the right-hand side of your picture, Helman Mkalele. The pass, of course, delivered for the national team against Morocco in the last game that Bafana played in June in the Cup of Nations qualifiers. No more qualifying games for South Africa, are already through and their program complete. So they've got friendlies coming up, and then World Cup qualifying begins in November. South Africa in the same group with Nigeria, also Zimbabwe. Now Dlamini slips as he delivers. Relebohile. Down the byline. Here comes the cross. Inviting little ball. The shot with the left foot is on target. Tikazi's effort saved by China.
Yeah, good positioning there from China, making sure that he travels and shifts with the ball, make it looks easy, but yet again, you can see Real M trying there, putting the balls inside the box, with Serra there and Machupa being the two strikers. You need more balls inside the box.
Mofokeng, Saleng, Maswanganyi now. SuperSport gave him his chance last season, Maswanganyi. He was offered to many clubs on trial. Weren't really interested. He was played a little bit in Portugal, was an under-20 international, and then spent some time out of the game just trying to find somebody to play with. And at SuperSport last season, Gavin Hunt liked the look of him and gave him lots of game time. The result, a move to Pirates. Oh, that's disappointing. Chance for Shandu to shine on the right. He'll be disappointed with that cross.
Indeed, I mean, you've got so much time and space. You can see also that Lepasa's making that run in the near post. You don't need to do anything, just use your inside foot. No power, making sure that Lepasa runs into it to be able to finish. Those are the things that also from the winger, from the right wing back as well, that you need to fix, especially to get into those areas.
Interesting stat there for Royal AM. 2 shots at goal, both of them on target. That's a 100% success rate, which is almost unheard of in local football, although I suppose 2 efforts is not really a measuring stick. You don't see that too often. Pirates 6 out of 10, that's good percentage return as well. Now Dlamini. Another searching ball for Tikazi. Flies a little bit harder here on the high felt, bounces a little bit more off the surface as well, and perhaps inexperienced and coming from KwaZulu-Natal, he doesn't have that reckoning when he takes that crossfield pass. You've got to factor that in as well. 20 minutes remain. Chiefs Sundowns tomorrow, Teko. Big game.
I think it is. It just says a lot with the tickets being sold out. I think everybody's expecting to see both teams are doing very well, especially with the history that this fixture is giving us so many goals. It'll be interesting to see tomorrow.
Sundowns beat Chiefs 4-0 last season, but you remember the season before that when Gavin Hunt was in charge of Chiefs, that was the only game that Sundowns lost. Now Saleng. Lepasa. Oh, he's lurking. He's looking. That ball was just a little ahead of him. Do hope the coach leaves him on a little bit longer.
Of course. It was a good ball indeed from Saleng. I think there's too much power in it, but of course playing in those between the lines, it makes it easier for Saleng as well to be able to receive and turn, because I think Royal AM has been struggling to make sure that they close those pockets where Orlando Pirates are finding joy.
Royal AM, by the way, have not won on their in the last 17 months in Gauteng. They did very well in their first season. They beat Chiefs away in Gauteng. They drew with Pirates. But last season, no victories here on the Highvelds. fact, last season they only won 3 of 15 away league matches. Kobedi looking for options, decides to go right. Tikazi. They're going to settle for the corner. It's high, it's curling, and it's dealt with comfortably by the goalkeeper. Shiny with his ability to distribute with the feet in particular, perhaps settling in now for a run as the #1 at the Buccaneers, despite the fact they bought Melusi Buthelezi from Galaxy. Still got a Fori at the moment as the backup goalkeeper on the bench, and they've got Ponchane still on the books.
I think it is a healthy competition there, and they know that he knows as well that if he does misses something, and then there's a lot of goalkeepers that has quality to be able to take that #1 position back, and I'm sure Fori is itching to come back into the pitch and claim his position back.
Makaula. Bit of a surprise signing, Makaula, in that January transfer window. Coming across from Amazulu. Ball still in play here. This is Dlamini. Still Dlamini into the penalty area. Now can he find Maktupu in the middle? 4 against 1. He was never going to win that battle. Taken away. Tikazi's first touch a little heavy. Koki will attack this twice and get it over the halfway line, and now all of a sudden it's 2 against 2, and here's Lepasa, and Lepasa looking for the hat-trick. Well, he was never going to play that back to Mofokeng. That's Mohaila with the clearing work.
I don't think Lepasa trusts his left. I think he gets into the right position there. Just put the ball on the left as a striker. You need to be able to be comfortable in around the box with both feet, and I think he needs to start trusting that left foot.
Makaringe and Dion Hotto, who both started on Saturday, are standing by to come on as substitutes here. Saleng, so quick. No foul. Now the whistle is blown. Oh, he has given the foul. Thought about it long and hard, the referee.
Good call there from the referee, even though he delayed. Saleng got caught there in those ankles.
There's a yellow card for the foul as well. So here come the changes. Maswanganye will go off and Makaringe will come on for him. And then Otto is replacing Mofokeng. So he is leaving Lepasa on to try and get the hat-trick here. 5 previous matches between these two clubs, by the way, and Pirates have only won in Durban previously against Royal AM. 2 wins and 3 draws. Undefeated, might add, against Mamkize's side, but have been held here twice in a row in previous seasons by the visitors. In from Saleng. Too early. Wait for the whistle, says the referee. So he might get a second chance here. Saleng once more, a little lower this time, and easy for Dlamini to clear. Marco. Straight through the middle. Saleng again. He's so quick. He's going to keep this in play for sure. Now, can he get past Mochaila? That's a goal kick. Well, he sees the funny side of it. I'm not sure Lepasa is all that pleased. He looks a little tired as well, Saleng.
I think he is exhausted. And I also think, like in the first few games of the season, I don't think there's any player that has actually played 90 minutes in the high tempos. We're coming into the game with a little bit of 60–70% of the minutes, and I think it's also important as well to see how you manage the players going forward, but can see as well that he still has the energy to go run, but I think he looks exhausted.
Koile is on for Kubedi, last change for the visiting side. Yet another player through the development ranks. John Maduka using the opportunity to blood some new players. Dion Hotto on this left-hand side. You saw him come on a few minutes earlier. By the way, played last season down in the NFD with TTM on loan from Royal AM. A few words with the linesman showing a little frustration there. No, he might be in some trouble here, Mankupu. Ten minutes to go. Good holiday vibes here for the Buccaneers faithful. Platform for this victory, which we presume is going to happen in around about 10 minutes time, set up with those 3 early goals. Next game for them, Sekhukhune on Saturday in the MTN8, the side they beat in the Nedbank Cup final in May. Live, of course, this weekend, all 4 of the Nedbank Cup quarter-final ties. With Swallows also in the mix. Cape Town City hosting Chiefs. SuperSport United hosting Stellenbosch up at Polokwane. I think on Thursday on your World of Champions, also the big reveal of the new MTN8 trophy coming up. Looking for Hotto here. Cut out by Tikazi. Makaringa got a touch in there in turn. Tikazi again. Mochaila in support. Makupu That's a nice little overhead pass there to Serra, unexpected, and went over his head.
But a good improvisation there from Matupu. If it worked out, Sierra there could have actually been the one that actually get to the end of it.
Looks like there might be another change coming up for Orlando Pirates. Glondlo battling away with Dlamini. Makaula. Marco leaves it for Hotto. Marco again, good running from him. Little touch back for Saleng. And who had the last touch there? Saleng, says the referee. I think he's right. Fans don't like it. He really does look tired now. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, he hits it against Mochaila. I take that back. Yeah. Fans were right. Referee and I were wrong. Good challenge. Makaula now looking to get Saleng away. Just a little too strong.
Yeah, but also as a midfielder, you want to pass the ball in between, not to pass Saleng to be able to control and come in with the ball. I think it could have been a better pass there from Makai.
The passer will be taken off here for the last 5 minutes. Evidence Machopa will get an opportunity. These are the goals that, or the second goal, I should say, that La Pasa delivered tonight. That's a superb effort, given the long ball through from the goalkeeper. The way he turned and just turned that into the back of the net, sign of real quality for La Pasa. And the coach did leave him on as long as he could, see if he could get that hat-trick. Machopa comes on. He's got a bit of the Chris Rock about him, I think.
You're on the road today.
There's a few lookalikes in this. A couple of lost twins here tonight. Shandu. Makaula. Now Machopa's first touch. Back in again here, and out comes Mpoto to collect. I suppose we were a little spoilt in that first half with the 4 goals. Nothing since the break. This revamped Royal Air haven't done too badly. Makaringe finds Ndlondlo. Now Saleng. Otto and Ndlondlo. Well, he does like a strike from long range, but that one well off target.
And I guess also with from Royal AM, I think those subs as well help the team to play more better, even though it's unfortunate that we're 3-1, 3-0 down actually when the subs were made, but in the second half they played more better. They created half chances, which is something that they struggled, especially in the first half before those changes as well. But yet again, Orlando Pirates with all the missed opportunities that they could have killed off the game, so they keep the game on their balance.
He's really battling away, Maktupu. Yeoman's service up front for Royal M, and not much has gone for him tonight.
Yes, the man there, okay, using his body very well to protect that ball, to let it go out. But I also expect from a Royal AM perspective to see Serra being the one as well that is fresher to make those runs. and allow Matupu to take a little bit of rest and be central, be the point of reference.
Cell phone lights are out here in the deep of evening. Oh, bad mistake, one back. Now we're in for a final couple of minutes here at the Orlandoo Stadium with some excitement. Mistake in the back, China puts his hand up, takes responsibility. The pass here from sabc, very sloppy and nicely done. Matupu and Serra combining, Serra the provider, and the big striker gets a goal.
Indeed, good work rate there from Matupu to be able to pounce there with that header back from Serra, but as well very sloppy there from China. But those are type of things that happen when you're so used to playing the ball from the back. You do bound to make mistakes and you do bound to be punished, especially as a goalkeeper. But yet again, we know the capabilities of playing from the back. He does have an assist today.
So it was 3-0 after 35 minutes. It's 3-2 now, with still some time left. Pirates, though, looking to pull one back, and Porto collects. The goalkeeper says, who's up there for me? Let's look for a third one now. Well, they've drawn on their last two trips to Orlandoo Stadium. No reason why they can't do that again. In here, dealt with by Sikakane. He's impressed tonight, this young centre-back. Lots of murmurs in the crowd now. I wonder they're a little bit nervous about how this might yet turn out.
Yeah, because, I mean, from a very comfortable lead, 3-0, that's when I think Orlando Pirates were tested as to how do you manage the game. And they were unable to do so. They brought Real AM back into the game with all the opportunities as well that they still created. They were unable to punish to more than 3 goals. And then now the game, look at how the game is now. It's a little bit of nerves. They don't want to draw this game, especially with the lead that they had.
Well, they've got 4 minutes, Royal AM, to try and come away with an unlikely share of the spoils. 4 minutes for Orlandoo Pirates to try and just make sure that they hang on to the points here tonight. Good strong challenge. Serra takes over. Yeah, might be a chance. Challenge on the edge of the area is a legal one, says the referee. sabc will knock this long in search of Mahopa. Chases on for him. Porto comes out. His skipper has given away the corner. Pirates in no rush, understandably, to take this corner kick. Saleng is going over very slowly. Just winding down the clock. Well, from a fairly comfortable lead, this might yet turn out to be a fairly narrow victory for the Buccaneers. Little flick on there from Tele. Full of running now. Tikazi up front. Marco with Hoto. Makaringa back in again. Lots of space in the middle for Ndlondlo. Little ball inside, yeah, for Shandu. They got another one. Bandile Shandu on the right-hand side, doing what he did so well a couple of seasons ago, scoring goals, and that's it. Game, set and match. As Mandile Shandu pulls one back. Lovely work from Orlandoo to set that up. And China, I think, is feeling a lot happier. Well, it was a gallant effort from Royal AM, but to be fair, Orlando Pirates just a notch above in terms of quality tonight. They won't be pleased with 2 goals conceded, but they'll be very happy with 4 scored. The last one from the right wing, Shandu. Look at the run here. Lovely ball. Tucks it away. A sense of relief as well for the Buccaneers as they celebrate the 4th goal in tonight's encounter. Six of the best tonight in terms of goals. Pirates leading by 4-2. Rele looking for China. Now the clock says just a couple of seconds remaining. The Buccaneers can turn their attention to the cup game against Sekhukhune coming up. Royal AM will be home to Stellenbosch next on the 18th of August, a Friday night. They are playing at the Harry Gwala Stadium. They've got Galaxy at home and Chippa United away this month. A total of 5 games this month as compared to 8 for Pirates. Final whistle then. Jose Rivera with a first home win of the season. And success here as they put 4 into the back of the net and grab 3 points, their first of this campaign. Royal AM stay on 1 after their draw with AmaZulu. Look now to the next game against Stellenbosch. I'm sure we're watching tonight and taking notes, and Makupu with a smile there with China after that error allowed the opportunity for him to get some sort of consolation here for Royal AM. No chance for Maera tonight off the bench, and I'm sure he'll be pleased with the work from his teammates. We will find out shortly who the man of the match is, as well as hear from the 2 coaches, and it's going to be some interesting questions, as it always is the case from Pumlani and CV. Royal AM with time to reflect over the next, what'll be more than a week before they play again, but the turnover for Orlando Pirates is very quick. Back in action on Saturday in the MTN8. We'll have live coverage here from Orlando for the game against Sekhukhune United. But 4 goals tonight for the home side, 2 for the visitors. We enjoyed all of the strikes. 4 goals to 2. The Buccaneers are successful.
A big thank you to the super voices of Super Disc. Listen, Mudise, Masando, Rankoko. It's all over at the Orlando Stadium. You hear the singing behind me. I'm joined by the DStv Premiership Man of the Match, Ndaba Itetwa Ndlondo. What a game tonight. Congratulations on being voted the best player here.
First of all, thank you, Msibi. And thanks to everyone who voted for me to be the best player of the match. We needed to redeem ourselves because we had a good game over the weekend, but we lost. So we needed to keep our heads up and keep going and keep pushing. So that's what we did in the game. So we had to push and keep going and keep going. After we scored the first goal, we pushed to score the second goal up until we scored the 4 goals that we did.
How is that dressing room at halftime after they pulled the goal back?
We only motivated us and pushed each other because we needed to push more and give ourselves, and we did in the second half.
What's your understanding of the requirements of the role that you are playing? You're man of the match now. There's many reasons, but what's your own understanding?
Firstly, the things I have to do is finish the job of the tactical awareness that the coaches give me, and then secondly, add with the talent that I have. Because they believe in me, that's why they made me to start. And I needed to show and give thanks to them for the belief that they have in me. And that's what I did in the field of play.
Well done tonight.
Thank you, Baba.
There he is, the DStv Premiership Man of the Match, Undaba Tetwa and London in the Orlandoo Pirates midfield. You saw him right at the death, setting up that goal for substitute Shandu. I'm joined now by the Orlandoo Pirates head coach, is right here, Jose Rivero. Jose, appreciate your time. Thoughts, please.
I think we should have finished the game early. We have many opportunities to finish with the opponent hopes, but we keep the game open almost until the last minute. A bit crazy the second half. I didn't like it. We should have controlled the game much better with a 3-1 advantage. Yeah, we have to learn also from these games. It's usual. It happens many times in this league in the second half that the game gets broken and is going side to side, and we need to impose our tempo also in that moment. Today we have the opportunity to